Yeah, it's very important we do a mic test every single week, because one time I was doing a solo show at home, didn't do the mic test because I thought, I know where I am on a microphone, but the mic test isn't just to test the levels of your voice, it's to make sure the microphone's actually working. So I did a 1 hour show by myself, and it wasn't even recording, so I had to re-record the show.
An entire hour.
It was the first solo show, actually.
I've got a Russian friend who does sound checks.
So,
And a check 1 2.
So, moving on from your bad jokes.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell the 1 in 10 either. So, Lewis went up to a charity shop and bought me a present for 99p. It's a Dalek pop-up model kit, giant Dalek with press-out make pieces.
There is an endless flow of Doctor Who merchandise just waiting to be bought at
Just
charity
in the charity shops,
Yeah.
And it will be on Product Rehu one day, but I figured I'd show it to you guys on the audio podcast that's not visual. one way or another.
We just show it to you, and you never see it.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's quite interesting, isn't it?
It's like a pop-up book.
It's like a poster with
a 3D poster,
a 3D pop-up of a Dalek.
How big would you say this is? 2 feet?
I'd say,
it's not a giant Dalek.
Around about 2, maybe pushing on 2 1/4 feet.
Yeah.
If Matthew Rhodes was here, we'd be able to say the same height as him.
These parts at the side actually fold out as well.
Yeah, and they do close onto a Dalek as well. There's like a Dalek that you build, and you build the arms and the eye stalk for it. So
I'm looking forward to.
I wonder what the tale behind this was, that whoever got it.
It's never been opened.
No.
I mean, it was some like wear and tear around the edges.
On the actual book itself.
It was probably stored in a shelf for many years. If you look at the back as well,
but the contents,
it says text and design copyright Children's Character Books 2008.
Yeah. So
it's at least 10 years old.
And brand new, it was £13. You know, like it's absolute steal for only £1.
So what's the discount on that?
What?
What's the discount on that? What's the percentage discount?
The percentage discount.
900% or something. So anyway, welcome to the first ever episode 38 of Whoniverse. Here with me, Jamie.
Me, Lewis.
Me, Brian.
Brian's back. Brian, where have you been?
Where haven't I been?
Like
Woof!
4 weeks since you were last in the...
2 weeks, isn't it?
Feels like longer.
He has come back.
I came back after I came back from Hispania.
He's come back looking smarter and
You've had a haircut.
better dressed than he's ever been.
Yeah, I wonder if the haircut will come through in the recording as well.
New image, this is.
This is your new image?
Yes.
Okay.
He's wearing like a bow tie, a tweed jacket with the elbow pads are missing. So
he's actually wearing a flashy watch as well. What has happened to Brian?
I actually wanted to mention you're kind of dressed like the 9th today, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
With your leather jacket.
Yeah.
And I'm just like an extra from Clerks. So we've got the opening topic of the show this week, voting in the TARDIS, where we basically, very simple poll, a little bit of fun one before we get back to companions.
Yeah.
Well, it's still companions. Which is better, Amy, Rory, or collectively, Amy and Rory? So who would you vote for and why, Lewis?
Well, I voted for Amy and Rory, and it's because they are the Doctor Who power couple. We discussed this on the show last week. I put a comment on Twitter. You may have seen that.
It's in the script.
Is it in the script today?
Ready for you to read out,
I've never been read out on the show.
Yet you're in all the shows. Brian, which would you vote for?
Amy. Because...
For reasons we won't go into details. She was a kissogram. So I voted for Rory, just purely because he's like... he's a sort of inspiration. He's sort of like the underdog of the companions.
Yeah.
He kind of rises up and becomes... I find him to be more relevant than most of the characters in the Whoniverse, where he has such a massive importance to Doctor Who without ever actually being in a lot of the episodes. Like, he was literally I think it was 2,000 years he was waiting for. We don't know what happened in those 2,000 years, but he was getting.
That would be an interesting spin-off.
I'd love to see a series of just Rory standing there waiting motionless.
A bit like 24.
What
Day at
happened?
a
What
time.
happened in the intervening 2,000 years? It would be interesting.
I can imagine Big Brother style. It's 1982. Rory Williams is stood outside the Pandorica, waiting. 3rd of January 1983. Rory hasn't moved an inch. A bird nestles on his head. Does he itch? No, he has a family of birds.
He's also got the same dad as Harry Potter.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah,
So he's Harry Potter's half brother.
and they all make Christmas lists.
Wait, is that not Ron Weasley's dad?
That was
In
yeah.
Harry Potter.
Sorry, yes, one reason.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah,
James
It
Potter's.
was on the episode
Dad,
that you
isn't he?
don't like of Matt Smith's Dinosaurs in the Spaceship.
Dinosaurs.
I actually revised that statement in previous podcasts.
Yeah, I know, but you'll never live that down.
I watched it.
I deleted that
again,
episode, so
and
nobody knows that yet.
I watched it again, and it was
it's
really
just been
good.
white noise where you're sort of like trying to spin it around.
Mm.
So the for me it was Rory. So it's nice, like we got all three options here then between us. Amy and Rory collectively won at 46%,
Yeah.
and then Amy singular 30%, and then Rory on his own 24%.
It wasn't too far out, was it? I mean,
It
you know,
was
there was a clear winner,
even,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
but it wasn't too far out at all.
What kind of impressions can you do? Not accents, impressions.
Impressions? Why would you want to do?
Can you do good Snape? What are you doing, Potter?
What does Snake sound
Oh,
like?
he sounds a lot like Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman,
Oddly
yeah.
enough.
Very nasal. No, I can't do impressions.
That was.
What about Scooby Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
Gravy! Sorry, Scoob!
I think.
I like the way
we've
Jamie
done
asks
Scooby-Doo.
what sort of impressions can
And
we
then
do,
he does
and then
all the
goes to his
impressions,
repertoire.
yeah.
Any excuse to bring out my Scooby, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Put your Scooby away. We don't need to see it.
Okay. We got our first comment from at Elbrook14.
Well, hey!
Some loser.
Can you do an impression of Elbrook 14, Lewis?
Yes, I can. I can do the best impression of Elbrook 14
Go on
because he sounds exactly like this.
Can you use your phone voice?
What, my phone voice?
Yeah, use your phone voice.
What, my direct line phone voice?
No one knows where we work. But yeah, go on.
Whoops.
We'll edit that out.
How the fuck do you...
Don't. Might need to edit that out as
What's the
well.
language, man?
That's going to be edited out, yeah.
Elbrook podcast.
So,
Hosted by men.
well, what do I sound like?
Hello, you're through to Whovian Universe.
Hello.
Two for the
Hello.
price of one.
Hello, 2 for the price of 1. Has to be Doctor Who power couple. Right, probably.
Amy and Rory. That's a very crappy comment, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I didn't see you comment on it, alright? Where was your comment, Jamie?
Give my comment in
You-
the opening statement.
You put the poll up, yeah. And
That's
you,
your phone voice
you,
with all the ears in it.
you went for and you went
Adrian.
for Rory, but you didn't comment as to why.
Apparently,
you
the
went
key
for
to doing
Rory.
a good Sylvester Stallone impression is to drink a lot first. You know, back in my day, we used to watch Doctor Who.
I never knew Sylvester Stallone was Dutch.
Yeah.
So we got another comment from _Kirby Lloyd. More on Kirby later, but what's the comment?
Okay, so the comment from Kirby. Hi, Kirby, by the way. Rory waited 1,894 years for
Oh
Amy
my God.
outside of the Pandorica. Just saying. #legend.
Right, so what we just learned is you don't know how to read a number on a piece of paper.
No, I know exactly how to.
Was you going to read it as a
number.
year? 1894?
Well, possibly. It looks like a year,
1894 was
1894.
the year that Manchester City were formed.
We don't care.
But don't forget you don't need a Twitter account to vote. You can also email in your comments to us at thewhoniverseshow@gmail.com.
Wait, so how does that work then?
Also,
Can you just add votes to the...
No,
vote total?
I'd put their comments on.
Ah,
So they'll
right.
email us in with comments. And we've got one from Blake. By the way, Blake, there's loads... we've had a run of emailers recently where we've been taking their name and rhyming it with things. And I could have gone Blake and the Cake or something, but no, you're just boring, Blake. Anyway, in your best Serbian accent, what's Blake said?
Blake,
Is Blake a Serbian name?
Blake Snake.
Blake the Snake, he's a bit of a
Blake the
snake.
Shake.
Hannah would be
Blake
proud.
from Blake 7, surely.
Blake from Blake 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, what's Blake said? I don't know what Blake said. Said, here we go. How do you do a Serbian accent again?
Rory, you are such an amazing...
No, that's not how it's done. To be fair,
That was,
it sounds more Russian.
Mario.
My wife always tells me
Let's
it's more
go.
Russian.
Come on, Lewis.
Rory. Rory is...
It's taken us 10 minutes to get through this section.
Yeah, well, okay. Rory is such an amazing companion and feel he is individually on his own and doesn't really need Amy to be a relevant character. However, I feel the conversation to be moot, as there isn't a single episode where Rory wasn't with Amy.
Good point. There is no episode.
Well presented. One.
I think.
So, moving swiftly on, we've got the topic of the Who cast. Favourite companion who travelled with Jodie Whittaker. We got Graham O'Brien, Ryan Sinclair, or Razmin Khan. The most recent episodes of Doctor Who have been criticised for overcrowding in terms of companion count, taking away screen time from the titular hero. The overcrowding has also resulted in character development being very limited, restricting any connection a viewer would ever make with any of the companions, unlike Amy, Clara or Donna, of which the audience took to them more than the main hero of the series. So, some bring into question the acting of companions, however this could be attributed to the lack of development within the series. So basically, out of the three companions, who's best?
Graham.
Graham.
Well, there you
We don't need
go.
to put it out to the Twitter sphere now, do we?
Well,
Yeah, no,
I feel
it's-
Ryan
with
talks
something
like
else.
this all the time. You know, it basically has a question mark at the end of all his sentences.
Isn't
I
that
think-
what you
I think
do
it's-
nowadays?
I think it's Graham, Yaz, and then Ryan. You know, those are
Yeah.
in that order. You know, Graham, Yaz, and then it's just Graham has had a serious amount of character development in the short.
I feel
time.
like without all the
Yeah.
characters, I could probably relate to Graham most. Even though Ryan went through a lot of similar stuff, but when it was Ryan portraying those kinds of emotions, I just didn't really connect with it.
Yeah, I mean, Yaz, you connect with you know quite a lot more. But yeah, Graham is the main developed character. He has the most emotive story as well out of the three.
And he even had a revenge story as well towards the end, where he was going to kill Tim Shaw,
Oh yeah,
And
for
didn't.
and then didn't. But
Sorry,
it was-
spoilers.
Spoiler alert for a series that happened 5 years ago.
I think Bradley Walsh is quite a good actor.
He actually is.
yeah, it's
I
not
was
bad.
pleasantly surprised.
I didn't like him at first, but this is just a testament to when a character grows on you as they sort of
Yeah.
develop their own character.
Takes a while, doesn't it?
Christopher Eccleston actually said in his most recent book, I Love the Bones of You. Is that what it's called?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. He says an actor needs 2 seasons to play a character before they actually nail it. And that's why I'm really looking forward to Jodie Whittaker's second series.
That's Christopher Eccleston who left after one series.
And he regrets it though.
Yeah,
He really regrets it. I'm actually going to buy his book. I'm really looking forward to it. It's on my Christmas list.
I can't wait to see where they go with Ryan and Yaz's characters, because there is a great deal of character development needed for both of them. Graham, not so much. He could sit shotgun on this one and just
Do we think one of them's going to leave it
on the back seat?
I
Sit in
couldn't
the back
name
seat.
a single thing about Yasmin that really screams amazing. I'd switch Yasmin
Well,
and Ryan round.
A family history's portrayed quite well in the in the season, and the way she reacts
What episode
to
was that?
living
The
her
one about
family
the
history.
partition of Pakistan.
And India,
Yeah.
The Demons of the
Nine points.
Punjab.
Yeah.
that's the one.
I'll take episodes of Doctor Who for 5 points, please, Bob.
Okay.
We need to install a laughing track in the show for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I prefer Ryan more than Yasmin, but I think Yasmin's a better actor. I think Yasmin I think Ryan and Yasmin should just be a Graham show, and Ryan and Yasmin should just come and go occasionally, you know.
We should rerun this after the second series and then again after the third series to see how their character development affects.
I don't think they'll be in the third series. I think it'll be, because how many companions can you name where they've been stuck around for all 3 seasons?
Well, there's a bit of a buzz about that. There's a bit of a rumour about, something going on in that, but I haven't included it.
That is a very vague rumour.
I haven't included it.
Is that in your news?
But
Is that the perfect segue into the Nubian News Network?
No, it's
in
not.
rumours, I've heard
But
something's going on somewhere.
Basically, I haven't included it in the news, but there's a rumour going around that one of the companions
And that segue,
may be killed off.
Moving
by the
on
end
to
of season
Nubian
12.
News Network, where we hear murmurs about things that are possibly happening but not. Tell me about the rumours, Lewis.
So that was a rumour. Here's a rumour confirmed for you. Speaking at MCM...
Do we need to do a drum roll?
Maybe not. I don't know. Do you want to do a drum roll? Okay. So, speaking at MCM Comic-Con in London this weekend,
showmanship.
the BBC studios have confirmed that there will be a limited run reissue of Doctor Who, the collection, Season 12. That's the Tom Baker collection.
Is this official?
It's official now.
Because I passed this to you earlier on today saying, I want you to confirm the rumours. So excited. I'll be able to have a complete set.
Is this what you missed out on?
Yes, it is. Do you know how much it goes for online?
£500?
Higher.
600?
I saw it.
£500?
Higher.
£500?
Higher.
I saw it today
larger
at
number.
9.50. I saw it today at 9.50, but it has been confirmed to have sold on eBay for £500 for an unopened season. of it.
It's sold on Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon private seller for over £1,000.
Hell, that is insane. That poor guy who bought that, guy or girl who bought that, there's going to be a limited run, and you're a bit of a fool. Right.
Not really.
Well, yeah, really.
It's an investment risk if you want a complete archive.
Right.
So the tagline of the collection is "Build your own archive." So it's a shame that the first one had its run cut short because some of the discs didn't work. So they replaced all the discs for the people that bought it, but because it made sense to stop selling it because it was broken. So it's good that we fixed it.
Yeah. I think we've mentioned most of the things that's written in my news report here. The £500 on eBay. It was the first of Tom Baker's seasons, and
Was it the best season?
Don't know, Brian. Our historian.
It's amongst my favourites. I think it was Tom Baker's first season. Some absolute crackers in there, story-wise.
So
I've got most of them on DVD anyway, so...
So we will keep you posted as this one develops. We haven't yet got the release date. As soon as we have any more information, we will spill it.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Another something being announced as well. The next missing Patrick Troughton story to be animated has been announced.
Oh, which one?
It's Fury from the Deep.
Fury from the Deep.
Is it good?
I've only read the Target novelisation, but that was a very good read.
So, 5th season. It's the 5th season, and it features the departure of travelling companion Victoria. This was, well, not Becca.
No.
I think in
Hamina.
the 1960s.
That would, you think, be considered stunt casting. I said stunt.
Okay, so this was announced at the Comic-Con in London of the weekend as well. The story is due to be released on DVD, Blu-ray, including a Steelbook edition, which I've seen the artwork and it looks...
I'm going to get pre-ordered today. Thank you, Lewis.
No worries. The pre-order is up on Amazon
Remind
as
me.
well. Yeah, no worries. It's going to be released somewhere during 2020, and this is going to follow on from the release of the Faceless Ones, which, have you pre-ordered that already? Yeah. So yeah, that'll also be...
I haven't pre-ordered the Faceless Ones.
Announced.
That's another animated one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I'll pre-order that as well.
I've
already got the Macrotary mix and stuff.
Yeah. So the release date will be announced early 2020.
On the subject of Steelbook editions, I regret not buying them sooner because the Peter Capaldi... I really want to have all the series on the Steelbook, but There were no issues with them, so they're not going to be reprinted. You know, the Peter Capaldi final season. It's in Computer Exchange next door for £200.
Oh, goodness me.
So regret it.
I'm gonna get.
You people have more money than sense.
Yeah, I do.
Hoovians, you.
You're gonna buy it, aren't you? Though, even though it's £200.
It's not there anymore, so.
Oh, is it not?
No, because Lewis has
Because
bought
it's probably going
Yeah,
for
Jamie's
400.
bought it.
It's probably going on for 400 on Amazon. So that's probably
No,
why it's-
I'm not going to spend silly amounts of money on a
Yeah.
steelbook.
Okay, so yeah, that's news about confirmation of releases and that sort of thing. The only other piece of news I got as of today was Daleks seen on location in Bristol.
I saw this, yes.
Yeah.
What's a Dalek? It sounds scary.
Oh no!
Well, we just
So-
had one in the studio.
For-
And you were all like, that's it.
Well, that's made of cardboard. It's a bit different.
Yeah. So photos taken under Clifton Bridge in Bristol showed a group of Daleks post.
A group of Daleks hanging around,
just
chilling,
drinking
just
cider in the
yeah,
park.
yeah. shouting
Shouting abuse at-
racist comments.
Child abuse at pensioners going past, shouting Brexit means Brexit.
Brexit means breakfast. Right, yeah. So there was a couple of these. It wasn't just one sighting, but a couple of sightings. So you got one picture where it looks like the production team are preparing them for for the scenes.
Yeah.
And another scene where you've got a group of Daleks crowded round a patch of twisted metal on the floor.
Yeah.
So, the Daleks themselves are from 2005, the 2005 models.
Mhm.
So not up to date, brand new shiny Daleks. So there is a bit of question whether these are going to be in season 12 or not. There's also questions as to why these Daleks were crowding round this twisted pile of Dalek metal on the floor. Is there going to be some form of Dalek civil war?
I have a question.
Go on.
Just about Daleks in general.
Okay, go on. What's the...
They're the round things, aren't they? No, do you remember in Matt Smith's episode?
You fired.
The one where he has a Jammy Dodger and says he's going to blow up the TARDIS?
Yes.
Have you had all those different coloured
Big coloured
Daleks? What happened to those?
They got quietly forgotten about. The Paradigm Daleks.
They never came back, did they?
Which
They were
Daleks were
they're
these?
very coloured ones. They look like a bit like.
Oh yeah, all the...
I mean,
They were
they-
British Leyland Daleks.
They already look like Christmas trees, but there's a green one there. And
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, the Power Ranger Daleks, as I call them,
Aren't they part of...
it's
The
exterminate
colour
time!
Aren't they part of the Cult of Skaro bunch and that sort of thing? There's colourful Daleks in the Cult of Skaro as well.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they're all different.
I don't know. I was wondering if they were ever going to make a comeback.
And
I
there
don't
was
think
some
they're
in
very-
one of
I was wondering if
Capaldi's...
it might be related to this, but then he said they were 2005 Daleks, and
Yeah, the black ones where... they look quite...
well, it's an all-inclusive show, isn't it?
Well,
This is
they
going to
look
upset the
quite-
Daily Mail readers again.
Yeah, they look quite
Female
compartmentalised
doctor.
and that sort of thing. So yeah, from what I was reading, they look like the 2005 reboot models.
Is that it for the news?
That's it for the news. yeah.
Right, so we got Who's Your Lesson with Brian, where we watched Mission to the Unknown.
Mission to the Unknown.
Recreation.
Recreation, recreation.
Recreation.
Do we need a hyphen in there?
Recreation.
Well, I watched it recreation-wise.
Yes. You've got some thoughts here, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'll just give it out a read. And Brian, if you can just correct me as I go along, I guess.
Don't correct it.
The episode feels like a colour film turned black and white. Post.
It was.
Didn't feel right watching a Doctor Who episode that wasn't filmed on 32mm film. Acting wise, it's very in keeping with the quality of classic Who. However, the acting often transcends into what can only be described as a student film.
Yes.
The story leaves a lot to your imagination, which by no means is a bad thing, and wasn't done by accident due to the limitations of technology or budget, as it is more likely. A lot of plot elements are described rather than shown, leaving your imagination to do most of the work in the episode, like when the biggest rocket you can ever see in your
Look,
life.
it's there.
Look up in the sky.
Not Mr.
Yeah.
Cameraman, don't you look?
And which actually works amazingly. This in turn makes the episode quite enjoyable. Production-wise, the dialogues were captured beautifully, holds the clumsiness of a classic along with some of the polish of New Who, which can be considered a negative. However, this small change, I feel, helps brings you further into the world. Thoughts?
Yeah, watched the episode. It was enjoyable. You know, it had that classic Who cheese.
It definitely
to it,
had
where-
that feel to it.
We should have put like a grain filter on there somewhere.
Make
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
authentic.
Yeah, there was a problem.
It
It
seemed
looked
too
too crisp.
clear.
It was too
Yeah.
crisp. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you say that the episode feels like a colour film turned black and white. That's because it was. I watched the making of it afterwards. It's about 9 minutes. Give it a watch. It's worth it.
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
It was originally shot in colour and turned black and white.
So, what can you tell us anything more about the episode, Brian? Is there?
It's described as a cutaway episode, so it's an introduction to the later story, Dalek's Master Plan.
Oh, so it's a prologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, they
Yeah.
showed another story between that, which I think was called Marco Polo. It was
Yeah.
about the explorer Marco Polo.
Marco.
Polo. Lewis isn't joining in.
So
So boring.
It was the.
You've got a bum chin, haven't you, Lewis?
yeah, I have.
Anyway.
It was the. Up until the Five Doctors, it was the only standalone episode of the original run.
Mm.
Are you hiding your chin now?
No.
So you got it's because you got one of those bum chins. I can imagine a piece of poo.
I'm talking about Mission to the Unknown. I will be listening. I will be listening.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So
Thank you.
for next week, are we going to be doing the following episodes then?
Well, the following episode is Marco Polo, but we can do Dalek Master Plan.
I think we should. But
I haven't got it though.
I was
Have I
saying,
got it?
No.
Have I got it?
I
I
don't
was
know.
saying- there's a copy.
Oh,
of it
because
in,
it's William Hartnell. I don't have
there's a
any
copy of it in it. There's a copy of it in CX downstairs, so you can, get it
if
from
it's still open. How much is it?
Probably not. I don't know. About $4.50 maybe.
$4.50 is too much because I'm probably going to get it in Blu-ray eventually.
$4.50 is not too much. Get it.
Did
I'd rather spend £200 on
Did
the
anyone,
series.
did anyone notice the guy playing the role of Malfa, who was kind of the guy with a football head, just spoke with a very broad Lancastrian accent?
Yeah.
He just seemed to shout all his.
I am
speech.
not.
We have made an allegiance with the Daleks.
What I wanted to know about the whole thing, the Daleks don't make allegiances with people. They want to destroy all life in the universe.
Spoilers. For
Why?
the next episode, we're going to get double.
Why? Oh, why?
They'll get double cross.
From memory, I don't think it ends well for the fellow.
Yeah.
For everyone else.
Quislings.
yeah. So yeah,
It was a very exciting prologue, though, where it seems like the Daleks have already taken over most of the galaxy, surrounding galaxy, and Earth was just.
Yeah.
Well, they were looking to. Was it colluding with the Masters of the Fifth Galaxy?
Written by Terry Nation, one of Doctor Who's most prolific writers.
Yeah.
They had to get permission from the Terry Nation estate to remake
them in
it.
the
To
reboot.
remake it, yeah.
Not reboot. It's not reboot, is it?
It's a
It's a-
remake, not remake.
Recreate.
Recreation.
But technically, it is a
Remake.
remake. Yeah.
So yeah, they had to get they had to get permission from the estate to recreate it.
And did anyone notice that William Hartnell was credited?
I was
he
going to
was,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking, I'm going to rewind this because I'm pretty certain I missed him somewhere.
I was
I
like,
don't know if that was just part of his.
I think he was in the introduction.
I was
wasn't he?
waiting for the Doctor to pop because nobody gave me any instruction on what this was before I jumped into it. I was waiting for the Doctor
in
to
our
pop
group
up.
chat. I just put it on there saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is really cool.
Yeah.
We should give us a watch sometime." And Brian was suddenly, "That's the next history lesson."
yeah.
Because it's short.
Short and sweet. But yeah, I was waiting for the Doctor to pop up at some point. Some actor playing Hartnell's Doctor, and he just didn't
What?
emerge.
Pop up in the background, going, "Ha ha!"
Haha, I'm here. I'm the Doctor.
like Peter Capaldi popped up at the end of the first episode of Class and just sorted everything out.
Oh yeah, he did.
Such a sellout, that one. I don't feel. I mean, I don't feel this one should be rated because we always do it by the story, don't we? This is part of the story. So should we revisit this one later on?
What, as part of the whole?
As part of Dalek's master plan.
While they were making the mission to the unknown, recreating the mission to the unknown, the two main actors showed up on set, and they had an
altercation as
they fought them. That was it.
How dare you replace us?
One of them had it was his birthday on the day, and they had a cake. It had Daleks on it. It was pretty cool. But
exterminate cake.
I would watch.
Hey.
And there was some sort of fire drill at the University of Lancaster. Or fire, they set the fire alarm off while
the
making
birthday
it.
cake.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Like no, it was a smoke machine, but there we go.
Yes.
So, do you want to rate this one, Brian? It's your call.
So it'd be rockets.
Let's rate it with the Dalek master plan. Let's include the Dalek master plan.
All in one.
What we're going to watch next week?
Dalek master plan.
Do we have that?
Can we watch this in a two-parter? Can we do? This is what I was saying to you today because it's 12 episodes.
12 episodes story.
So you just said you don't have
episodes,
Dalek
6
master plan.
episodes.
Well,
you can buy
I
it.
don't have it on DVD. I have it
in another way.
in other ways.
In an illegal way.
I'm not illegal, you see.
Do you know if you own something, it's not illegal to make a copy of it?
I don't own it though.
Yeah, but you intend to own it in the future, and therefore, you're just future licensing.
That's not how it works. I don't want to go to prison.
That's
You know what we'll do to someone as cute as me in prison?
how many people do you know who have gone to prison?
We'll have to watch
laws?
something else, Brian. Pick another story.
Pick another story. Let's. Robot. Tom Baker's first.
Have you got it?
Yes, I have.
Okay, we'll watch that one.
I'll have it somewhere.
Yeah.
How many episodes?
4 episodes.
Yeah, cool.
25 minutes.
So next week's history lesson. Robot. Who's a robot? He's doing nasty things. Ooh. That's a theme tune.
Is it a theme song? You made it up, didn't you?
I may have done slightly.
So that is history lesson with Brian, and that brings us on to
Something that definitely has got its own theme tune.
Whoniverse or Hogwash. Who will be the first to 100 points? Who knows?
Who knows?
Whoniverse or Hogwash? Whoniverse or Hogwash? Is it real? Is it fun? Whoniverse or Hogwash. Who won last time? 4 weeks ago.
I think it was Brian.
I think I just about nicked it.
Yeah.
Right, Brian?
Don't think it was by much, but you did.
Well, a win's a win, Lewis.
Okay.
Loser. So, bear in mind, I don't write any of these. Because Lewis was saying last time we played, it used to be a little bit easier when I wrote them because he knew my writing style to tell when it was fake.
Aren't you looking through the history of it at the moment?
I'm listening to the older episodes. I'm keeping a tally.
Right. So
you're behind.
as you come to the point where you're just about to change it, you're just about to change over to the new writer. Just see how many of those episodes I win on, and there you go. You'll realise that is the case.
Okay.
It was your writing style.
Bearing in mind, you wasn't really winning in the first place, so.
I think I worked out who does it, by the way.
Who does
Speaking to Johnny before.
What? Who does?
Yeah, so basically, it's
he was talking
the
to
person who
way.
writes these is an unknown individual who works in this building that we all are recruited.
Right. Okay.
But it's a
Could be
mystery.
that Spanish woman. Supposed to clean it.
Question 1 of Whoniverse or Hogwash. Dreamland. During a visit to a local diner, the 10th Doctor stumbles upon a mysterious alien artifact that leads him on a mission to rescue Rivash Mantilax from the threat of Viperox and the clutches of the American military.
Wait, who's going first? Are you going first?
I don't know.
It's look, Brian. That's me. Good one.
All right, go on, bro.
Winner goes first.
Whoniverse.
Lewis.
I'm gonna go Whoniverse Hogwash.
This is why you always lose, because it's Whoniverse.
Okay.
1 point. head is Brian.
Thank
Lewis.
You. Thank
Yes.
you, Yoda.
Power for the dark side is. The power of the Daleks. Vitalis lands at an Earth colony on the planet Vulcan in the far future. Mistaken for an official Earth examiner, the Doctor discovers that a scientist is attempting to reactivate 3 inanimate Daleks. The colonists refuse to heed the Doctor's dire warnings, and the Daleks are dangerous.
Whoniverse.
Brian.
I will have to agree with my learned colleague. Whoniverse.
Is Whoniverse. This is the completely missing first post-regeneration story brought back via animation in 2016.
It does help that I own it on DVD.
Yeah.
And she also mentioned the first was an animated special from 2009. Brian. Devious. The second Doctor has been partially regenerated by the Time Lords as punishment for breaking the non-interference policy, but the process is stopped halfway, leaving the Doctor an amalgam of his second and, as of yet, future incarnation. You know what's really interesting about this? I don't read the answers before I read out the question, so I don't know if this is real yet.
I am going to say Hogwash Whoniverse.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Whoniverse.
It's Hogwash.
Well,
Completely fooled. Sounds really good.
Yeah, this is a fan production featuring one of John Pertwee's final performances before his death. It began production in the early 90s and the first episode was released in 2018.
right.
Does that not make it Whoniverse?
No, it's a fan production. It's not official. It's not officially endorsed by the BBC.
Okay.
What's the score so far?
3-4.
3-4.
2-3-4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's next? Brian.
Lewis.
Is it me?
It's you first, isn't it now?
Is it?
No, it's good. Because you agreed with your learned friend on the previous one.
Yes.
No, that was the one before that. The last one was.
What question number is it?
4.
Must be Lewis first. Then.
Okay. The Night of the Doctor.
Jesus Christ!
Still trying to avoid the last great time war.
Just turn the volume down on Jamie.
The 8th Doctor is forced to fully join the conflict by the mysterious Sisterhood of Kharn. Killed while trying to save a woman who hates him simply for being a Time Lord, the Doctor gets to choose what his next incarnation will be. He arranges for a warrior, but makes the darkest sacrifice of his life in order to be reborn.
That's Whoniverse, isn't it?
Yes, it's Whoniverse.
This is one of the mini episodes that led into the 50th anniversary specials. It saw Paul McGann's return as the 8th Doctor.
Played a really good role in
You
that.
did. I'm a doctor,
really.
but not the one you were expecting.
So what's the score?
6-5.
6-5. So this is a question that will make it all then. Brian. Ghost Machine. When Gwen retrieves an alien object from a fleeing man in a hoodie, she's haunted by a vision of a lonely young boy. As the team tracks down the object's owner, Owen experiences an even more terrifying vision, and a long, buried crime resurfaces. Do you want to? Shall I reread it?
No, I just need to establish the rules. But I'm going to say Whoniverse.
I'll say Hogwash.
Okay. It's Whoniverse.
Okay.
This was the 3rd episode of Torchwood.
Ah, right, okay.
See, I got confused.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
sure
yeah.
whether Torch would have been
Torchwood,
regarded as part of the
yeah,
Whoniverse.
yeah. Well, it is, isn't it? So, yeah.
Yeah. So who wins?
But, I won that one 8-5.
Wow. You really took the lead on that one. Wow, Lewis.
Yeah, I've got some catching up to do, I know. Do you even know how many points I have compared to Brian then, in total?
No, I'm still catching up.
So, he may have won by now.
No, that was up to 100, yeah. No, way off.
How do you know that? We've had
because there's a maximum of 10 points in a show.
Are we on the 38th episode?
Yeah, but you don't play it every week either.
No, we don't, do we? Yeah.
And no one's ever had the maximum number of points. I think the record is 9 points, and that was Brian. Lewis, you got a record low of 1. So, so now for Gallifrey and Gabble, remember you too can email into us at thewhoniverseshow@gmail.com or DM us on our Twitter at Whoniverse We got an email here from Jonathan Santiago.
He sounds a bit South American to me.
South America.
I think, right, can we do that accent? The
I don't
Mexican?
know. I do not know. No,
An accent's an accent.
I do not know. Greasy.
Okay.
So we don't do accents to Gabble anyway.
Let's
So
hope he isn't really South American. Never listen again.
the place for me where Doctor Who really shines is in its fandom. What do you love most out of fan contributions to the Whoniverse? Well, he wrote Whovianverse, but it's Whoniverse, mate. So, within the fandom of the Whoniverse, what do you love most?
I think for me it has to be the fans' dedication to the show, particularly during the hiatus between 89 and 2000.
There's a lot of creativity as well. Like, you get this radbag tango, a gang of guys meeting up, making a podcast every week.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's the best thing about it.
Some could say between the three of them, they save Doctor Who as it stands. I really enjoy the music that's made. There's a band called Chameleon Circuit. I mentioned Trock, Time Lord Rock, and they make absolutely amazing music. There's one where it's to the tune of Doctor Who theme. I go, there's an awful lot of running to do. It's really good. Oh, don't blink. I said don't blink. There's some raps in there. It's really good. It's amazing music. And there's Doctor in the Dalek from the 70s, if you know that one, Brian.
Doctor in the Dalek or Doctor in the TARDIS?
Doctor in the TARDIS.
Well, you threw me by saying the 70s as well when it was an 80s thing.
Oh, whatever. I wasn't around.
If you're aware of the work of the KLF?
You can attribute the comeback of Doctor Who, like the 2005 reboot to fans.
One of the biggest fans going.
Yeah, exactly.
There's an animator on YouTube as well. She does her name's Emma, and she does a Doctor Who cartoon called Dog to Who, and basically it's just Doctor Who reimagined as dog. She hasn't actually made any new episodes for a couple of years. She's been really busy doing grown-up stuff, like getting a job, but because it was mainly done while she was in university. But absolutely amazing. I contributed Meowster, and absolutely amazing show. And I always recommend you just give it a watch.
I think just on this subject, Peter Davison was asked, "What's the strangest thing a fan has ever given you?" And he was umming and erring. And he was on stage with David Tennant at the time, so someone from the crowd shouted, "A granddaughter."
Excellent.
That's some of the most wibbly wobbly timey-wimey ball of Doctor Who is outside of Doctor Who, where the Doctor married his own daughter and had children.
And his father-in-law is the Doctor.
He has his own father-in-law and his grandchildren. Oh my god, it's so confusing.
Yeah,
it's like living in Batley.
Thank you. And that's the end of the show. Don't forget you can email us at thewhoniverseshow@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at Whoniverse.
You can follow me on Twitter at lbrook14. That is my actual ID this
week. You can
week.
follow Lewis in real life like the rest of us do.
Oh, please
My Twitter handle is at Beach007.
What's the musings for me? You've been listening to Whovie and Whoniverse.
Have a week. Oh no, there's something else we need to do.
Kirby, it's your birthday. God bless you this day. You gave me the gift of a little listener. I'm proud of you today. Kirby, it's your birthday. Happy Kirby, Kirby.
Happy birthday. Kirby, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday, Kirby. I wish you love and goodwill. I wish you praise and joy. I wish you better than your heart desires and your first kiss from a boy. Kirby, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Kirby. Kirby, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Kirby. Happy birthday, Kirby. It was love from Sarah, Katie and Alfie. Happy birthday, Kirby. Kirby, it's your birthday. Wishing you a massive happy birthday to Hannah Montana's tone-deaf twin sister. Have 10 lagers to celebrate. Watch out for Daleks and don't do any stage invasions. Lots of love, the pissheads. Have a week!